please welcome the fabulous Phillip Khan-Panni.
Throughout history, men and women have inspired and inflamed armies and nations to great deeds through the power of their words. Now, you may think that such power belongs only to the favored few, but it's not so. Because when you make a speech, you have the power to make change. So what I'd like to do is to guide your footsteps to help you to find your voice. Because it'll be the difference between a speech that simply occupies a space with sound and one that reaches the hearts of your hearers. A speech worth hearing.
Philip, what do you talk about?
The speeches and the training programs I do are about how to achieve the objective you have in mind when you start to speak or present.
Phillip Khan-Panni is one of the best speakers in the world. He's won many awards, but it's not about the awards, it's about his ability.
Have a fortune cookie. Now, what have I done? I created expectations. The expectation of catching a fortune cookie.
He's able to coach anyone to produce a brilliant speech. He's done it himself, he's been there, he knows how everything works.
As speakers, you do that, don't you? You're opinion formers, you're opinion leaders. You create expectations and you meet them in a variety of ways.
Who is your target audience?
My target audience is advertising agencies, marketing agencies, and companies that sell things. Companies that need to use persuasive communication.
The purpose of a speech should be to make a change in the thinking, attitude, or behavior of your listeners. If you know at least 3 things that people can gain from hearing you speak, talk about those things. They will give you your focus.
What's the main benefit that your audience gain from hearing you speak?
The main benefit they will gain is the realization that communication is not about transmission. It's about reception. It's about the way what you say is received and understood in order that they will want to take the action or make the change that you had in mind. Only the other day I met somebody who said to me, when I first heard you speak some years ago, you told me something I've never forgotten. You said I should talk about my take on the topic. He said, and that completely changed my approach to speech making. Does it make sense to you?
Some people speak at great length. Others don't have much to say for themselves. And others are sort of in the middle. He filled his mouth with pebbles and he jogged up and down the beach, shouting as he ran. And he developed such a powerful speaking voice that when he went to the Senate to plead his case, he won hands down. And people went up to him and said, "You must go into politics." And he did.
When Iskini spoke, people said, how well he spoke. When Demosthenes spoke, they said, "Let's march against Philip of Macedon." Which would you rather have, applause or action?
And if you've got an important speech to make, an important pitch to make, some important delivery, whatever it is, Philip can help you do it. Make sure you work with Phillip Khan-Panni, one of the top speaker coaches in the world.
What can your audience apply to benefit from your thinking?
What they can apply and should apply is structure. Structure keeps you on track. It helps them to follow you and stay on track with you. But most importantly, the structure has to follow the sequence of persuasion.
But I want to hear your story. I want to hear not just what happened to you. I want to hear and I want to feel the anger, the angst, the enthusiasm, the exhilaration, whatever it was that you felt about the event that you're talking about, the thing that drove you to speak about it. That's what I want to hear. You see, I do not ask you to make great speeches. I ask you to make every speech with great care, because then you will be memorable and you will be worth hearing.